Hello, I feel like every vlog is starting with this background. It's because it's where the weekend starts, okay? I live in this room. I have a whole house to walk about in and to do my other activities, but this room, I'm trying to get out a little paw pad, sorry. This room is my favourite because it has the most consistent lighting. It has no sun and it is the coldest room of the house, but even on a day like today, and guess what, it's still raining. In my last vlog I was like, it's raining, it's pouring, I'm snoring, and it's raining again. It's raining again. It has rained every single day. Every single day, and I can't handle it any longer. Good news is, for those that watched last week's vlog, I did trim my bush. The bush in the garden out front. Still doesn't sound any better, does it? But I got in there and I hacked it. Absolutely took about, I don't know, 2 feet off. I filled up my garden waste bin, because you better believe every time I put that bin out, I want it full. Like, if I'm going to pay my council for the bin and the service of taking it away, or the option to take it away every other week, I'm going to fill it. I want to fill it with grass trimmings, bush trimmings. I don't care what it's full of, obviously garden waste, but it's going to get full. I think there's only 1 week where we didn't fill it, and it was just literally over the Christmas period, and I was like, well, we're not going to be doing gardening. There's no way. So yeah, good news for those who cared. Probably no one apart from me. I've sorted my garden out, well, that bush. My boyfriend tried to get the lawnmower on the back garden grass for the first time in like, 5 months, 4 months. And it's a thick boy. Like, the grass is like this tall, maybe this tall, and he was able to take like this much off of it, but it was so like, the problem is it's like dry on the very like tip of the blade, and it's just like wet and mulchy. The problem is if you let it get too long, it's just not going to be like good enough to mow, in the sense of like it'll be dead on the bottom. But it's just been so wet. There's been no relief from this rain. I was on a call with someone at work, and it was absolutely hilarious, and it's just like stayed in my mind rent free, which is, we're on a call and then he suddenly was like, oh my god, and I was like, what, and he was like, blue sky, I can see blue sky. And it just creased me up, because I was like, I relate to that on a deeper level than you will ever know. But that's been the state of affairs of the weather down south of England. Oh my god, things moving by themselves, heebie-jeebies. That's been the state of affairs. I got sent, I've just mashed that all over the lid. What isn't that moving? Please. It's a carrier bag. It's a carrier bag. I got sent the Garnier Vitamin C Fresh and Bright Hydrating Sorbet Cream. I did a little reel on this on Instagram. This is like fourth, fifth time I'm trying it out. I'm a dry skin queen. Dry skin queen, which means I love hydration. I need hydration. Like, I can't really go throughout the day without a bit of moisturizer, and when I do go through the day without a bit of moisturizer, I notice it. I look dull, I look crusty, I look husky, all of the words that you don't want to be associated with. That's me. And I'm enjoying it. Like, it's really different. I think it's not really made for my skin type, in the sense of it moisturizes and I will finish it. Like, I like it, but I think it's more like, this would be really good for combo oily skin people, because it hydrates, but it doesn't leave like that, not oily, that's not the word I want to use, but it doesn't offer like, what am I trying to say? Like, it's a hydrating feel, but it's like sinks straight into your skin, which is great for most people, because most people just want hydration straight in the skin. I am so dry that I actually love my hydration to sit in, like sink in the skin and then sit on top as well, because then it kind of keeps me hydrated throughout the day, and like my skin can absorb it through the day. I hope that makes sense. But I'm kind of playing around with this, and with some foundations that typically don't work very well with my like really emollient moisturizers. So yeah, I just thought I'd try it out, and almost like this could be a hydrating primer, but it's a moisturizer, but like it can be a moisturizer for when I want to put foundations on that aren't like glowy, which I have a lot of foundations that aren't glowy. So hilariously, I'm going to do the Lift and Illuminate, not Illuminate, Lift and Illuminate triple action serum foundation. This is a number 7 foundation. I haven't actually tried this yet, so we're going to see what this is like, and hopefully it blends well. Actually, I'm going to do some colour correction first, because my inner corner, my inner corner is a little bit dark. I've not been sleeping too well recently. I actually didn't vlog last weekend. Not that you probably would have noticed, to be honest, because I've been smashing like 2 vlogs into one. Or like, sorry, no, 2 weekends into one vlog is what I'm trying to say. Just because I'm finding that easier. There's like less pressure to be doing things on the weekend. And if I'm really honest with you, I don't really do a lot of entertaining things most weekends. I have like a day where I'll be doing something fun. But when I'm with like friends, because I think I mentioned it in my last vlog, like I was seeing friends to do some pottery painting with. So I will flick up a picture now of like what I decided to do. I decided to do a little spoon rest in the shape of an egg. So it can be like my Easter, springtime, kind of more springtime, but springtime Easter spoon rest. A little bit of decorational thing that has purpose. I can pack it away in like my little seasonal box in the garage when it's not spring, but it's kind of got a purpose and it doesn't take up too much room. I haven't finished it yet. I've had to bring it home, and then I'm gonna book in to go to pottery again and finish that. Of course, my other 2 friends finished their pottery in the session time that we had, but of course little old me, so indecisive about what I wanted to do for like the first 15 minutes. Then I had no plan. Then I had to take to Pinterest to like gain some inspiration. And then as soon as I had inspiration, I was off. The gates had opened. I was going for it. But I'd already lost so much time on just not really knowing what I wanted to do. Normally when I go pottery painting, I like go with a mission. I go with an aim. Like I know what I want to do even before I get in. And that's definitely helpful, because you don't spend half an hour pondering or like drawing with the felt tip like what you actually want to do and like the placement of things. I've gone to pottery before with like a full-on stencil for what I want to do. Like I have been prepared, and I think also because I'm a tiny, not perfectionist, but like I love crafting and I love being crafty, and so when I'm doing something like that, I'm doing it because of the passion of being crafty rather than just doing it as an activity. So it's not perfectionism, it's like attention to detail. I love having attention to detail and like being creative with that thing that I've got in my hand. Shall I use any more concealer, do we think? Jeez, let's just use up this nib. But yeah, I did that little plate, it was very cute. And then we did some, they came back to mine and we had some dinner. And then we did some more crafts, like we finished off some crafts that we had started in a previous get together. I finished my Christmas embroidery, hilarious Christmas embroidery, you heard right. Actually it wasn't embroidery, it was cross stitch. I'll show that to you in a bit when I finish doing my makeup. Yeah, so finished that, which was good because I can just pack that away now and get it out as decoration when Christmas time comes around, which will come around faster than I think. We're going to go in with this foundation. The pump is very peculiar on it. Hello? Is it one of those that needs to be like sat upright? Oh, I'm not sure I like that packaging. I've got mine in the shade Calico. I find number 7 Calico is actually quite good for me. It's actually like, can you see? It's got a lot of green in it. A lot of green and a lot of like a greigey beige, and I find that a lot of the time with a neutral foundation, or like I've got quite, it's not, I hate saying olive undertones, it makes me sound like beachy. It's not, it's like green, pale olive, very desaturated, but not cool, not warm. I could put like a pink based foundation on and blend it into myself, and I can also put a yellow based foundation on and blend it into myself, but they'll both be off by a complete hair, and you'll be like, so what am I? Whereas like a neutral foundation, I find that they're so incredibly difficult to find neutral foundations that are also the right tone, in terms of, this is a little bit dark for me at the moment because I'm the underbelly of a lizard. That is the colour of my complexion at the moment. Technical description there. But yeah, I do find that this one, it looks yellow, but it's actually leaning quite beigey green. So I find that Calico has been a really good shade for me when I'm struggling, especially in like the lighter months, or like where I'm paler, like you can see here. It's really difficult to try and shade match. I do have a lot of like pink coming through, but not as an undertone, more of an overtone, and then green and an undertone, which takes more precedence in my face. So it's really difficult. I feel like I just continually struggle to find like the perfect match, and I struggle to, I don't know, I struggle to know what my shade is, but I also know that I'm a neutral. I know that I can pull off cool and warm quite easily given the right combination. So I feel like sometimes just a bit of a foundation anomaly. I don't know if there's like, I'm sure there are other people out there that feel the exact same. Like when I've mentioned before, I think I'm leaning more of a pale neutral olive. A lot of people I've seen in the comments or like message me on Instagram being like, I'm the same. Like what do you do? What sort of like recommendations do you have for foundations? Like a lot of my foundations lean to yellow. A lot of them go orange on me, which I struggle with so much. Like so many foundations go like orange around like my cheek area, which I love an orange cheek blush, and I don't mind like a bronzy look, but I hate it when a foundation here goes orange, because then it's like just as bad as James Charles, like Flashback Mary. It's like the opposite. I look like a British girl from the early 2000s. I just need concealer lips and we're done, you know? This foundation's nice, but I did also put one of my favourite concealers underneath, so I can't truly say if I love it. On first impressions, it's just okay, I guess. I've got an eyelash on my cheek. It's a little bit cakey, but then it might be that it doesn't go very well with this because it's illuminating foundation and this is more a mattifying cream. So I'm just trying to do some studies, do some research. So what is the plan for today? I need to do some housework. I need to go to the shops. I need to go pick up a few bits of groceries, not tons, just it's like a basket top-up shop today. I don't need to do like a massive shop. And then I'm gonna, oh crikey, I'm gonna finish some more crafts tonight. I'm gonna finish my paint by numbers. I need to tidy up all my makeup. It's just there's makeup everywhere, just like in little glossy boxes where I thought I'm gonna film and then I don't, or I have filmed and then I need to separate it, or just throwing makeup in boxes just because it's easier to do that than to actually deal with it and pack it away. I need to sort it all out. Like you can see makeup in that box there. It's been there for weeks. It's been there maybe actually borderline a couple of months, just sat there waiting to be packed away, which is really bad. I know. I did not confess to being a perfect person though, okay? I'm gonna do these brows and then carry on talking. Otherwise we're gonna be here for 17 years just while I do these brows. I didn't know if I wanted to do any eyeshadow, but I've decided that I will. I'm gonna use this Beauty Bay palette. It's just a little like Disney collection. I don't think I've used this before, so you know, vlogs are the perfect time to like use makeup that's completely like old, irrelevant. I just feel like it matched my top. I just feel like, you know, this is the vibe of my top. The blues, the greens, a little pop of red, the olive. So we're gonna do an all matte look. I wanna do like green and then red, maybe. I think I'm just gonna go into this green and just start plonking it through the outer corner and the crease. So speaking of Beauty Bay, they have gone, I think, I don't know if this is the correct term, I think they've gone into administration, which I do beg your pardon. What? I was gonna purchase their new palette. I was like, what? But I've heard a lot of people haven't like received orders. They've completely put tools down, like no one's been working. They closed for 10 days. I think today, am I right, today or tomorrow, I think, is the day, like their deadline for someone purchasing the company. But apparently they've been like having money troubles for a while now, which, I mean, that is crazy to me. That is crazy to me. I thought Beauty Bay were doing so well. Like, you know, they've got their own collections. They've got so many different brands coming in. I mean, the brand situation was a little bit like a rotating door. Like you would have a lot of brands come in and leave pretty quickly. I just assumed that it was because either the brand wasn't selling or the rates that Beauty Bay were purchasing it, like as in the discount that the brand was having to give to therefore sell it like bulk, like that sort of situation. I thought maybe that's why. But I'm just super shocked to see that they've kind of, I don't think they've gone out of business technically yet, but they've got an opportunity to be bought by someone. I can't see that happening. I can't see that happening with the likes of like Space NK, Sephora, Cult Beauty, Look Fantastic, like the whole Hut group. I just can't see who's going to purchase Beauty Bay, because it's not going to be the competitors, or maybe they'll do something similar to where when Sephora procured Feel Unique, and Feel Unique just got completely consumed by Sephora. So the same products were like on offer, and then if you had a Feel Unique account and like points and stuff, it then transferred all over to Sephora. I don't actually know if the points transferred. I think there was like a window of time where like you were allowed to use the points. But yeah, man, I'm actually gutted. So I'm hoping to find out, maybe I did a little bit of research, a little bit of detective work, and go deeper than just a simple Google search about what's going on. Because if they've declared bankruptcy, I'm pretty sure they have to state those documents, or like you can buy those documents online. I'm kind of like, I wonder if a YouTuber has already done all the work. Can I just watch their video, quote their video? Like, can I be lazy? Can I do that? So I'm gonna have a little bit of an investigatory situation there, because I bloody love Beauty Bay. I'd be gutted. I'd be absolutely gutted if they go out, because their brow pencil is literally like a couple of pounds, and I love this. I've actually got 2 in back stock, thank goodness. But that'll be upsetting. And their eyeshadows, I mean, you know I love their eyeshadows. They're in my yearly rankings. I purchase every single one of those £20 palettes as like a collector piece. So I will be truly upset if they've completely gone bust and they're not coming back. I really hope someone with deep pockets has purchased them. I've gone into that, I've gone into this green on the outer corner, and then this one on like the inner corner. I'm going to like this peachy shade. I'm gonna just put it on like all over the lid. We're going for a matte look today, girlies. We're going for a matte look like this. And then maybe I'll just wipe my brush off on my Sigma switch and then go into like this raspberry red shade. I don't know if this is going to look good or not. We'll find out. We'll just kind of dot a little bit there. It's a bit interesting. It's a bit wild, but so am I. Okay, I've just put on mascara. I've put on the Essence Lash Princess Sculpted Volume Mascara. This mascara, wait, I'm not showing it off to the best of its ability. This mascara is, it's so scrumptious, it's so scrumptious. The Essence mascara is ride or die, baby, ride or die. The problem is that they're not very accessible in the UK. By the way, I'm just going into Older Than the Hills themselves, this Benefit Cheek Leaders palette, which she's a love, baby. I've had this for years. It's probably expired technically, but guess what? I don't care. It's under my face, and I'm in control of my own face. Fight me on that. Yeah, Essence isn't exactly widely available in the UK. Apparently it's in Primark, but I have gone to 2 different Primarks, and they're both city Primarks as well. I don't know, actually, is Primark always in a city? I don't know, but they're both like big Primarks, and I've not seen Essence in either of them, so unless it just hadn't rolled out to the Primarks near me, I don't know. God, I haven't put a powder bronzer on in a long time. This is just Hoola, and I haven't put a powder on in a while. Holy moly. At the moment, I haven't really been putting a lot of bronzer on at the moment. To be honest, I've been focusing my efforts on blush. But I just feel like a little face palette moment today. Mostly because I'm lazy and can't be asked to pick out 3 separate products. So yeah, if you've seen Essence in your Primarks, can you let me know? Like, is it actually come to Primark, or is it just there for like a few people? I haven't seen it yet, and it's kind of like upsetting because it used to be in Wilkinson's or Wilco's, whatever technically it was called. I think it's this brush actually. I'm using like a creamy brush for a powder situation. Let's use this massive ass paddle brush. Yeah, bronze like it's 2016. Oh my god, this brush is like shedding like no man's business. Holy moly, look, you see the shedding? This is the MAC 135. Is shedding. I think this is an actual hairbrush. Okay, that seems to have blended that out much better than that other brush was doing. I think I just wasn't using a fluffier brush. I feel like I'm getting used to cream brushes, or like brushes that are specifically for creams, way more recently. This is one of my favourite brushes. It's the Smashbox Buildable Cheek Brush. There's no like name to it, but this is just like so, oh, it's just such a beautiful brush. It's like sculpted to perfectly like put blush all over those cheeks. So I love it. I love it so much. But yeah, I'd like to be able to get Essence in the UK. It used to be Wilkinson's. I used to pick it up from Wilkinson's and like stock up. And then obviously Wilkinson's went bust. Bust, baby. And then Essence wasn't as easy to get. And then I went to America last year with my cousin, and then I like stocked up on a couple of mascaras and like bits that I wanted for Essence. But obviously I'm not going to be picking up like 15 mascaras because they would just go bad. So I picked up like 2 or 3. But yeah, they're really nice. And I think they're like under £5. I think like Essence's thing is like everything is under $10. Like for us, that'd be £8. But like everything is so affordable. And I truly love Essence. I feel like the lighting's not great right here, but like when I look up at the light, my eyes look like Calippo pops. You know, Calippo shots. I want to throw up a picture of a Calippo shot. It reminds me of like the lemon, orange, lime, raspberry Calippo shots. And I'm not mad at that. I quite like looking like a little ice cream. Why not? And Cookie highlighter, which is fan fave for a good reason. I'm going to use this setting spray though, which is like a little bit of an oilier one. This is the D'Alba First Serum Spray, where it's like a biphase where you've got to shake it up. I basically got influenced to buy this because I think every influencer basically got paid, I think, by D'Alba to use this on their face. And it worked on me because I've got it, I bought it. Feels slightly tacky to the touch. I don't know what this is. Toffee Rose by AVH. It's not sharpened. It's not going to do a great deal. I just want to define my top lip. We'll use this. This is the Cosmic Beauty Tinted Lip Oil in Ritual. This came out with their... what's the collection called? It gave me like Sabrina the Teenage Witch vibes. Starlight Society, that's the collection it came out with. This lip oil is beautiful. Oh, I love it. I love it, love it, love it. It's like a lip balm basically, but lip gloss as well, and got a slight tint to it, and I feel like it looks really nice. It looks like natural on my lips, but it's obvious I've got a lip product on. Let's take this off and comb through my mane with a brush. Oh, this room is such a mess. Such a bloody mess. Here we go, here's a brush. I don't know what to do about my mother-in-law's, no, not mother-in-law's, what's it called? Widow's Peak. Mother-in-law's Peak. It's never bothered me that much, just because it's like, it's my hair, you know, it's my face, it's my natural beauty. It's like being annoyed with a mole or something. It just is what it is. But I think maybe a side parting covers it a bit better because you don't see the peak on this side as much. I don't know, but I also do feel like I'm throwing it back to 2012 when I flick my hair over like this. I won't lie to you. Luscious. I need to get a haircut so bad. So bad. Let me also show you. This is a hideous angle. Oof, it's sofa time. Look at my dead plant. It's been there for months. I need to sort it out so badly. So I did this like cross stitch at Christmas time, and it was something like, basically, long story long, because I can't say anything in short, I think I'm addicted to scrolling. Like, I just scroll all the time, and I've come to the fact, like, I didn't realise that I stopped recording halfway through saying a sentence. What I'm trying to say is, like, I think I pick up my phone far too often to just scroll. And I saw Raw Beauty Christie talking about this. Like, I didn't, not maybe to her level where she was like talking about addicted to scrolling. I don't think I'm addicted to scrolling, but I do think that scrolling, especially through Instagram and like YouTube Shorts, is taking up a majority of my time. Like, I do find myself taking 5 minutes with a cup of tea to like sit down and just like, oh, just relax for 5 minutes. But it's not 5 minutes, it turns into like half an hour, 45 minutes. And just like my day is just going away. I don't not want to not scroll. I quite enjoy scrolling. I find it like helps me update me like on things. I like seeing other people's content. Like, I love to see the creativity and be inspired by things that people show me. Sometimes like gardening reels are really lovely to watch, or just like things, you know. I do really enjoy scrolling, but I'm doing it for too long. you know? It's the same just as watching TV and watching it for too long. I need to put the phone down sometimes, or just like put long form content on and have it on in the background, which I've been doing way more of recently. But over Christmas, I was like, I want to be doing something else with my hands that's not scrolling. Especially because like I had time off from work, and I was like, I need to be doing something with my hands that's not for like 10 hours a day. And then I did a little crochet. No, not crochet. I keep calling it different things. Cross stitch. I think it's kind of sweet. I'm kind of happy with it. I feel like it looks exactly like the picture. I'm pretty happy with it. So basically each of these, this is from the Craft Club, by the way. You can, I'll link them down below, not sponsored. But yeah, like each thread, so like each thread is a different colour. What am I trying to say? Like code. And then you go along and you count it. So I got a ruler and measured the middle of the fabric, and then like got an HB pencil and just like poked it through just to mark the middle. And then I started from the middle and then started to work outwards, and then I went colour by colour. So like I started with this pink house and like went up and down, up and down, up and down, and then like avoided these certain areas, then went in with like the red and went up and down, or side to side, whatever I did. So the back of it I feel like is pretty tidy. I've done cross stitch and things like this before, but years and years and years ago, and I want to get better at it. I really enjoy it. I think it's like a harmless activity that's not necessarily like something that you have to sit down every evening, but I've been enjoying like sitting down in front of the TV, watching something, watching a series or whatever, and just doing this. And I find it's just like really relaxing. And it's just nice to be able to do something with my hands. So this is my little Christmas one. I've still got so many threads left. I've also got another, did I bring it in with me? No, I haven't. I've got another cross stitch that I'm going to do, and it's got like strawberries on, which I think I'm going to have like just up permanently in my office, because it is kind of like the vibe I want my future office to be. Like when we've redecorated, when we stop living feral. I mean, this conservatory, that dead plant right there is the epitome of that room. I'm not even going to show it because I bear such shame of how long we've been putting that off. But yeah, I've been just enjoying doing this. And then I've been doing, let me reach for it. I've been doing like scrapbooking, which is, and this scrapbooking's been really fun. Again, I'm just like a crafty little bean. I love it. So I picked up this scrapbook, and you can see I've like really started filling it up. I've got quite a lot of pages left, to be fair. I've got quite a few, but I'm gonna need to at some point order another one, which is fine. I want to kind of do them in like year, like I think this is gonna be like 2 years worth of scrapbooking by the time like I've finished. So then maybe I can have them for like every 2 years. So basically I've been printing, like I've got a little Instax printer which is in the other room, and I've been like printing off certain photos. I had an absolute nightmare and my printer malfunctioned, and I've got like loads of duds, which is so annoying. Like this is a lot of money right here. Like these are £15 for 20 prints. They're not cheap at all. But my cousin was saying to me, got a little sneezy guinea pig over there. My cousin was saying to me that you can go on this website, and I've already forgotten the name of it, where you can pick photos and they'll print them off like this, but they're not a Polaroid. They are, what is this, sticky tab? They're not a Polaroid, but they like look like it. They'll add to the border, and you can just have them as photos. So they'll still be like the shiny film, but they won't have this on the back. And I was like, oh, that's such a shout. So I think I'm going to do some more of these because I quite like the original quality of them, but then also put an order in on this website for like the other 50 photos that I haven't printed off because I've had to be selective. So I'm going to do that at some point. I don't know if it's going to be this weekend or next, but I need to sift through my photos. I just ordered off of Amazon another photo corners because I've gone through an entire box of them, which is crazy. But like these photo corners go on like these corners and like secure them into place. So I love that. And then I've got these, which are clearly everywhere at the moment. They've obviously exploded out the packet, which are like little sticky back photo stickers, so you can stick other things on. And I don't know, I've just been like collecting stickers, so like Christmas pages. I've just got like little stickers that I can put on, and like I've been collecting other little bits like wrappers for like, this was actually for Christmas. I need to like go back, I'm so far behind with my scrapbooking, but like just adding this behind like a picture and like just doing things like this just creates like so much depth and adds to the story. Like we went to a wedding last year, let me find it. We went to a wedding and like I've kept my name card from the wedding, and we also got like a McDonald's on the way up, and it's like it's a bit like junk journaling but scrapbooking, like with photos and everything. But the McDonald's paper bag that we got had an engagement ring on it. This is when the Monopoly was happening. So like I'm gonna probably stick this, let me get my book, I'll probably like cut it and stick it out as like a background so that we can like put photos, not necessarily because it's McDonald's, but just like put photos around it like this, and it just like adds a bit of texture. I feel like it's adding to the memories of like what we've done, and I quite like that. I'm just enjoying it as like a craft more than anything. But I've also got loads of little bits from when we went to Vegas. Here we go, like my little packet from when we went to a burger place. What else? Receipts for things that we purchased. I've got a single dollar I made to like make sure to leave a single dollar so I can like stick this in my book. Oh god, so many things, just like little welcome guides. Oh, here we go, a sticker. I purchased this sticker for $3, which I think is quite expensive for a tiny sticker. It says broke but had fun. And I feel like that was us at the end of the trip. I'm not gonna lie, we spent a lot of money on that one. But yeah, I'm just really enjoying like the scrapbooking element of everything. And I have just got like loads of stuff lingering around. So many stickers. Little bats from Halloween. I clearly need to go back and stick that in. I've just not organised myself. So that is a craft that maybe I can do this weekend. I've just been enjoying, man. I'm just like such a little crafty girl. I just love it. I saw a post on Instagram yesterday that was like, oh, this is your sign to get a crafting basket, and like it was a girl that had this really cutesy, like this sort of big basket, and it had pens and colouring books in it and like sewing and stuff. She was like, get yourself a craft basket. And I sent it to my friends and I was just like, craft basket? I can barely contain my crafts to a single room, like honestly. And I think my friend said the exact same thing. I was like, I don't know how I could, I have like one craft that could fit in that basket. I love crafting. I'm just a girl. I was about to move on to the next thing. This was another craft I did weekend before last. Can't remember when I did it. So I had loads of Christmas crackers at Christmas, and I'll expose myself, I don't care, I have no shame. When everyone had finished their crackers, like pulling their crackers, they were really nice. There was like card material, like they were really thick quality, and there's like navy with cream stars and then cream with navy stars. And I was like, when everyone's finished cracking them, I like collected all of them. I was like, don't crush them. And I like collected them all up and I put them in a bag and literally left them in the kitchen, because what I'm going to do, and I'm going to save this craft for Christmas this year, because I love doing Christmas crafts. Like when I finish work, I just love doing activities that are just pleasurable to me and just crafty in front of the TV and stuff, or with friends over dinner and stuff. So I basically cut all of the crackers. This is me cutting all of the crackers. They all individually had like these nice little ribbons on. They were just from Sainsbury's. They weren't particularly like expensive. I think I actually got them discounted from the year previous. Good tip, by the way, if you want Christmas crackers and you want like the really nice ones, they get reduced because they're so expensive and no one wants to buy them. Like no one's spending like £30 on crackers. They'll get reduced to like £10, and I don't mind spending £10 on like a pack of crackers that are like the bougie ones. Oh my guinea pig's so cute. I literally die. She's looking at me like a little lion. She's just like sat sideways, like, what are you talking about, girl? So yeah, I cut them all up into strips, so they're like equal-ish strips. And then what I'm going to do this year for Christmas is I'm going to cut down the middle and make some cute like party chains and do them like alternating. Does that make sense? Like paper chains is what I'm going to say. So I want to do that, and then I've got all of these black ribbons, so maybe in between the chains I can add like a cute bow in between, or I can just save these black ribbons. I've like tied them together just so that they stay together. Maybe make a massive moustache out of them, but I can make something with these as well. And it's like repurposing them. Honestly, I just love crafting. I love crafting, but you do have to be a bit of a hoarder in order to think of these ideas. But yeah, 12 crackers are now condensed into a pile, ready for a craft for next year with my hairy moustache. And I'll pack that away and leave that in my drawers. Can't wait already. I've got 10 months to go, but I can't wait to make my paper chains and hang them up in the kitchen. How exciting. I also don't know what I'm going to have for lunch today, maybe some beans on toast. Again, it's been raining. Like, you'd think the icky weather would be like, oh, let's have something cozy. But when you've had like cozy lunches and cozy meals for 2 months straight, I'm like, I'm over it. I'm over it. But maybe I have some beans on toast for lunch. On a white shirt, what could go wrong? I'm a chef. I feel like this is terrible lighting, but I have got my cup of tea. It is here. I've got a cup of tea and I'm going to have a power half hour tipping all of my laundry onto the bed, sorting it all out in piles, hanging what needs to be hung, and just packing everything away, because I have 2 laundry baskets full of clean washing that need to be packed away. I hate packing laundry away. I hate it so much, but it's got to be done. And then I've got loads of towels that need to be packed away, and then I've got 2 clothes horses downstairs, which is now dry and needs to also be packed away. So I'm just going to dump everything out onto the bed, categorise it, pack it away, or hang it. Just bloody get it done. Let's do it. I'd just like to interrupt this broadcast to let you know that there is blue sky. I repeat, there is blue sky. Hello, I skipped the weekend. It's after work. We've just got dinner started. We're just about to have some dinner. We're about to have a HelloFresh. I'll show you in a minute what we're having. But yeah, I skipped the weekend. I've just uploaded my first vlog and I was like, that's a point. I don't think I did any vlogging this weekend. Saturday, migraine all day, didn't sleep, just was not good. And then Saturday evening, I think I was like, because I had a migraine, I was like clenching my jaw all night long, and then I woke up with again another headache, and back-to-back headaches for me. I just like, I don't know, it feels like my eyeballs are bruised. Like, this one still feels really bruised. This sounds ridiculous. I don't know if anyone else gets headaches. I know what my triggers are for my headaches, but they're just like debilitating. Like, I can't do anything. Like, literally walking around hurts. Like, I'm just like this. It's horrible. It feels like an elastic band going round my head and then going snap, 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 just like constantly. So that was fun. That was the weekend. I managed to just get a few house jobs done, like just getting laundry in, but that's not really a strenuous task. And then I worked today. So I feel like the weekend was gone pretty quick, to be fair, just because I didn't do a lot. But that's fine. I want to try and do something interesting this evening. Maybe like do some crafty things or something. I've been getting rid of a lot of paperwork today, but I have like loads of work, like really old paperwork from work. Paperwork from work that I was just like, I can get rid of a lot of this, and I've just never really dedicated the time to go through it. So I just spent half an hour today. Oh my goodness, the guinea pigs are hungry. I can hear them. I spent half an hour today just going through so much paperwork and just being like, keep bin. I got rid of 3 kilograms of paperwork. So the guinea pigs can hear the fridge being opened. They're like, it's dinner time. Yeah, so I think 3 kilograms. I was saying to my boyfriend, I was like, I think I'm going to count that as 3 things in my decluttering series. Like every kilogram of paperwork that I get rid of can be one thing. Because I was like, 100 grams is too little. And I've got like so much more paperwork that I'm sure I can like get rid of. I'm a bit of a hoarder when it comes to that sort of thing. Like I'm scared to get rid of anything. But like I've got things that are like years and years and years and years and years old. Like old uni notes. Like I don't need half of that, you know. Notebooks and just so much. So yeah, 3 kilograms of paperwork. It was a lot. It was like a stack this thick of just old paperwork. So got rid of some of that. Oh my god, she's absolutely hilarious. Can you see her? Hang on, can I zoom in? This is what she'll do when she's hungry and she wants food. She'll like get up on a little log, put a little towel across it just for a bit of fun. She'll get up on the log so that she can like look above, where am I? She can look above the thing, because then look out the door. This one will just stay down here looking through the panel, but she will climb up here and be like, oh, where's my dinner? So maybe I'll fix them some food now. Bless them. It is dinner time. It's not that late though, so they are being fussy. I'll go get them some dinner and show you what we're having for HelloFresh. This is what we're having. We're having this spiced sriracha chicken sando. I did some little wedges with them just because I feel like just the little bun and the like coleslaw situation, the salad, I feel like wouldn't have been a lot. Like this looks like a lot because it's on a small plate. I feel like that wouldn't have been enough for me for dinner. So I just made some potato wedges with some sesame seeds, literally a tiny bit of oil, salt and pepper in the oven. Not exactly unhealthy, you know. So that is dinner. Delightful. Happy Friday. It is raining yet again. No relief from rain. I've been working this morning and then I went swimming with my cousin. I just was not a very good swimmer today. I just was not, look at where I need to patch the paint, lol. I just was not good at swimming. I don't think my head was in it. I wanted to swim well and I was just like swimming well for 2 lengths and then I'd just stop and I'd be like, I'm over it. But still swam for like half an hour, no, 40 minutes, 45 minutes maybe. And now I've come back. I'm gonna have some lunch and a cup of tea. My car also decided not to start this morning, so that's great. So I need to go jump start that because I really need to go do my food job. So I actually need my car to start, so I'm gonna go do that in a minute. One of those days, man, you know, and you just like, I've got no energy, no enthusiasm. I'm hoping I find some. Maybe I'll find some enthusiasm and energy. I'm going to watch an episode of Bridgerton, or maybe half an episode of Bridgerton, whilst I eat my lunch and drink my tea. And then it's time to jump start a car in the rain. I really can't bother. You know, just like... And I know what will happen. I'll jump start it. It'll be absolutely fine. And then I'll go down to the shops, park my car, be in the shops for like 30 to 40 minutes doing the shopping, and then I'll come back out, load the shopping, and my car won't start again. I just know. I can just see it happening. Happy Friday, yo. Hello, I am in the car. It is working. The good old car carries on. It carries on going. This car is, crikey, let me think, 14 years old. it's a baby. It's a baby. It just keeps going. I've got a really weird angle, and it's because I can't do anything about it. So I'm just gonna be a talking head for a little bit of this. I can't tell you how much I don't want to go shopping. I can't even begin to explain how I don't want to trudge around the shops. But I'm hoping, because I'm going to go to my local Sainsbury's, I'm hoping that they'll have some cute things that I can treat myself to in the homeware section. Maybe like look cute something. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe I'll just peruse. Maybe I'll just have a look. I've seen, me and my cousin, when we went swimming earlier, we were talking about this new shampoo that's come. I'm trying to stay back from this car in front of me because it's a learner. I'm trying to give him like 2-3 cars worth of space, and bless him. There's a new shampoo and I think I've seen it in Sainsbury's. It's got like a really interesting shaped bottle. It looks almost a bit like a Barbie bottle but blown up. Would you also like to see how chipped my nails are? Absolutely horrendous. I need to do them when I get home, but I didn't want to do them before I went swimming. I don't want to be ruining my fresh manicure with like in the pool because it would peel. It does just peel. I've got very like, my nails are quite peely in that sense. They're quite brittle is the word I'm looking for. Any road up. Yeah, so I want to do the shopping, and then we're going to have, I don't know what we're having for dinner actually. I might just do pie, mash and veg. Some like carrots, broccoli, something like that. Something easy. I just feel so tired, and it's definitely because I'm due on next week. The week before my period, I'm just always so tired. Tired, hungry, craving sugar. I'm a little bit moody, but I'm usually okay with my mood, but I'm just like, I haven't got any patience is the word I should say. I'm not moody, I just haven't got any patience. And usually I would say I'm quite patient, but not the week before. No ma'am, no patience at all. I don't want to ask you twice, I've asked you once. That's enough. So yeah, I don't know what else I've been doing really with my day. It's 5 o'clock now. The worst time, by the way, to come out. I've decided to come out in rush hour to do shopping, which is when everyone's going to be finishing work doing their shopping too. So apparently I'm an idiot. So good to know. When we were, sorry, I'm just like concentrating driving, which is obviously the main priority right now. When I was trying to jump start my car on the drive with my boyfriend, it was quite funny because I felt like, you know, like as a woman who's not skinny or petite or anything of that nature, I do find that when I'm able to push an entire car with my boyfriend in it, trying to jump start it, I feel like I'm like, strong like ox. I, woman, strong. Ugh. Like that's how I feel. Are you coming round, Mr. Honda? No, you're going to indicate for no bloody reason. Indicators are there for a reason, my friends. Anyway, yeah, so got the car started. It literally took like one go, which is not bad. I'm very impressed by how he turns over engines so quickly, because I just can't do it. Like, normally people would be like, why weren't you in the car and he pushed it? Like, you know, stereotypical roles and stuff. Because I'm like, because I'm rubbish at turning over the engine of the car. Like, I just can't do it. And then we'll have more of a, I'll say an argument, that's a bit heavy, but we'll have more of a discussion on why I can't do it rather than just me pushing the damn car. I'm like, I know my role. I know my role in this relationship, and that is I am not the engine turning over person. I'm the person putting gloves on, pushing the car, because I can do that. That's a simple role for me. Oh gosh. Am I in a space? I am in a space. I'm actually, this is the thing with having a small car. I look actually like a sick Victorian child right now. I'm not gonna lie, look how pale I look. Welcome to British weather. Thing is, I'm gonna take you off the stand now. If anyone was actually tan, I would argue that it's not real, or they've just been on holiday. It's absolutely fake, because we've had maybe a smattering of sun this year. It's raining. Music video, looking up against the windowy, no, not the windowy, the rainy window. It's been awful. I look how I feel. I look how I feel. I really can't be asked to go shopping. Really can't be bothered. Really can't be bothered. Does anyone else just like sit in the car for a little minute and they're just like, oh, I don't want to, but I've got to. I've got my shopping bags, and I'm ready to go. Let's see if I can find that shampoo that I was looking at. Let's see how much it is. If it's less than, if it's £4 or less, I'll pick up a bottle. But if it's more than £4, I'm not that desperate in need of shampoo, because I've actually got some at home. But if it's £4 or less, I will pick up a bottle, and we can like peruse it together. I don't know if I'm going to film inside the shop, because usually I don't, like, I just forget. I'm so focused on the mission, which is just getting my goods and going. So we'll see. Maybe if the aisles are empty, but it doesn't look like it. This car park's packed. I kind of want to try this foundation. An hour and a half later, we are in the dark. Thank you for the brake lights. We are in the dark. An hour and a half later, I want to scream. There is no good lighting, and I refuse to put my lighting on and illuminate myself in my car, because I'll look exactly like what I look like, which is talking to myself in the car. It's not happening. I just did my entire shop. I'm not gonna lie, I was traipsing around a little bit. I have started my engine because I was scared that it wouldn't start again, right? Okay, but I was traipsing around, doing my thing, and I was like, oof, I've been nearly an hour now. I'm proper mincing about. Okay, we've got to go home. We've got to go home. And as I'm leaving, I was like, oh, my onions. I need to go back. Can you go get my onions? Because I normally do like the looser stuff last, just because it's just like everywhere and it kind of irritates me. I don't like it sinking to the bottom and getting crushed. Anyway, go back, go get my onions, scan them. I'm doing the self-scan situation, because apparently robots have taken over the world and there's one human in a store which used to have 32 tills. Let's not talk about that. So there I am, scan away. Do my white onions, and I'm printing it, do my white onions and get my red onions. Guess what? Forgot to scan the red onions. 51 pence of red onions. I forgot to scan them. Guess who gets a time to search your trolley, miss? Make sure you haven't stolen anything, miss. Me. I've scanned everything. I've got £100 worth of shopping. I've got nothing worth stealing. Didn't scan the red onions. What's the first thing they scan? Is my sticker for the red onions. When I tell you, there's no amount of shame and embarrassment. It's worse than your cards declining when it's like, no, you haven't scanned this, and I'm like, it's petty theft. It's petty theft. And I was like, I promise I wasn't going to steal. I even printed off a label and everything. I must have just not scanned it. And he was like, I'm so sorry, but because of this we have to scan your entire shop again. Now, I'm not, well, no, I'm quite particular about how I pack my shopping. Heavy stuff on the bottom, light stuff on the top. Cool bag, dry bag, fridge bag, you know, all these things. And so when you kind of done scanning your shop and you've walked around the shop and you've packed it all perfectly with not an inch of space left in the trolley, and then you have to empty, the idea of emptying the entire trolley and doing it again is just incomprehensible, right? So I've painted the scene. I'm already embarrassed. I'm already very embarrassed. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. And he's like, do you want me to scan it for you? And you know, when you're just like, no, because you're just going to pick things up and throw my potatoes on top of my tomatoes. I said, no, do you know what? I'll just go and redo it myself. Thank you. And I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to steal 51 pence worth of red onions. I promise I've scanned everything else. If I was going to steal something, trust me, it wouldn't be that. Anyway, so I go over to the big shop area and I scan everything. And then I realise there's a sign that says cash only, card machine not in use on the card thing. And I didn't see it because I was in such a state in my mind of, for God's sake, I've already scanned it. You know, I was already irritated, and then I didn't realise that it was cash only. The only one, may I add, the only one in a bank of 12 tills. There was only 2 other tills being used. I could have picked any one of those other 10. But I chose the one that was cash only. And of course I didn't carry the right amount of cash for this shop today. So when I tell you I had to request the same young gent over, I'm just watching someone heinously park their car. Thought my day was bad, crikey. So yeah, I had to call the same lad over and I went, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna have to start this shopping again. for the third time. Third time was a charm though. And after scanning my entire shop 3 times, packing it 3 times, unpacking it twice, packing it 3 times, we finally got there, right? We finally got there, and he was like, not having a good day, are you? What did make the day better was actually that there's one buggy trolley. There's a buggy trolley, like as in like a really squeaky trolley at this Sainsbury's. Only one, just one trolley, and it's got a really duff wheel. And actually it's usually me that gets it, and as soon as I realise that I've got it, I'm like, no, I turn back around and I take it back. I'm like, I'm not doing this today. I'm not doing this again. Well, let me just tell you, there was a woman that had this trolley, and actually she made the whole shopping experience much better for me. She doesn't realise that she's made me happy. but she just looked like she was wetting herself with laughter at this trolley that you can hear on the other side of the shop. And that did bring me joy. And I could tell she was on the phone to someone like, listen to this trolley. Because it's not just squeaky, it sounds like someone's, it's like the equivalent of a chalk, like nails on a chalkboard, but it's awful. It's awful. And that poor woman, I was just laughing the whole time because I was like, oh, you poor lady, you have to, like, when you get that trolley, you want to get your shopping done as quick, like, you've never done it so fast in your life. Otherwise you have to like lift up the trolley to not make the back wheel make the sound. Anyway, I'm gonna go home because I've been nearly 2 hours at the shop. It's 10 to 7. I wanted to cook dinner half an hour ago, so I'm gonna go home now. My engine turned on, which is bloody fantastic because I actually didn't think that was going to happen. But I just, oh god, did you hear that? I just wanted to let you all know of my shopping experience, to be honest. Anyway, it's pitch black, you can't see me anymore, so you know the show's over if you can't see me. I'm gonna drive home and retell my story, quickly try and get dinner on. It's gonna obviously be a late one, so the lord of the manor will not be happy because, you know, he's been waiting. He's gonna be waiting for his dinner, boy. Anyway, okay, I'll check it back in with you maybe later, but that's been my Friday. Woo! Happy Saturday. We have just been to B&Q and we picked up some paint samples for our hallway. Some of them are pretty dark, a bit scary, but I'm hoping that on the walls, like I'm hoping this one upstairs, this one downstairs might create a really cool, like really dramatic effect. So hilariously I've gone for brown. It says the most colourful person ever. So we've gone for like all of these Valspar paints and we've picked up 4 samples. Wait, do I have it here? I do. So we picked up all the samples in matte, just because I think that'd probably be the nicest. Not sure, we can always like change our mind. But we spent £17 on the samples, which is a lot, but at the same time it's a lot of money to get it wrong. So I'd rather just spend a little bit of money now trying to get the samples right and making sure we like them. We've got Ploughman's Pickle, Patagonia Pecan, which are the dark 2 ones. Like one of them is like leaning a little bit more khaki green, which I quite like. And then Sheepskin Rug and Ode to Joy as the neutral shades. So they look a bit daring. We'll see what they look like on the walls. I'm not going to do that this weekend. Maybe I will. Maybe, I don't know. And then we also went to Pets at Home to pick up some more of the Piggies Back to Nature. They're like cardboard chips that are absorbent. So when they pee on them, it absorbs it. It's similar to sawdust, but it's like recycled compacted cardboard, so it's a bit more like nicer and it doesn't hold any smell, which is really great. And then we taught them some food and some little treats. Both of them are asleep right now, not being very entertaining. One's right there, she's too dark, you can't see her. And then their favourite treats, they absolutely love these little Burgess XL nature snacks. This one's in banana and blueberry, and this one's in apple and mixed herbs, and they love these, so that's good. That's their little treats. And then these we've got, which it says they're for rabbits, but it says ideal for guinea pigs as well, so that's fine. These are the little garden sticks. These are so hard. Like I bought these when we got the guinea pigs, and they were just they were little babies. And I had to wait for a while to give them to them because they are so, like, it's like a twig. It's so rock hard. But now that they're older, oh my god, they're so sleepy. Now that they're older, they actually really enjoy gnawing. Like they gnaw on, we've got them like this wooden log, and you can't really see it. Maybe you can see a tip of a twig there. We've got apple wood chunks, so that they can like just eat that wood and just like gnaw down their teeth, because their teeth continuously grow. They need to like gnaw them down. And then we saw these urinary care, cleansing dandelion, cranberry, echinacea, help promote a healthy urinary system. It could be a load of hocus pocus, but I get very concerned about their urinary state sometimes because they're girlies, and it's very easy for guinea pigs to have like UTIs and stuff. So we've got that, and then I've got their normal sack of kibble as well. So actually not a very exciting haul, paint and guinea pig food. I would give them a treat, but they are both absolutely zonked. They're both absolutely zonked. It's hard life being a guinea pig. I have done a first coat of my nails. I wanted to paint my nails like I said yesterday, and I did take off my nail polish last night so that I could do that. I've got the Barry M Time, which is kind of like a really deep green. It's only one coat at the moment, but I like to let that first coat really dry before I put the second one on. Yeah, it's like a really deep green with a hint of like black charcoal grey infused into it. It looks more green on camera, but yeah, it looks very green on camera, but in real life I can really see the smoky black greyness to it, and I thought that's kind of cool. We're not in the springtime mood that I wanted to be in. I'm wanting pastels, sunshine, but yet again, it's another miserable day. It's not raining, but it's just wet and cold in the air, so I'm going to do another coat of that. I've got myself a cup of tea, and my boyfriend's making a curry from scratch to have tonight for dinner. He's making a base gravy, which is like, I suppose, the paste that you would normally have in a jar. He's like making that paste so that he can like section it all up, and we can have some future curries as well. So he's doing that. He loves a good curry, and I'm just like sous chef. I'm like, what do you need me to do? And it's usually nothing. So I'm just going to be a princess and drink my cup of tea in the other room. I need to film some videos as well today. If nothing else, I need to film more decluttering content because I've got so much to film, and it's like kind of building up a little bit. I want to be able to move it along the production line, as you were. But yeah, I've also got a lot of content to film because I just haven't, like the past 2 weeks, I haven't filmed anything for YouTube apart from this vlogging now, because it's, I'll be honest, it's easier. This is supposed to be just like informal chats with friends while you do jobs, you know. This isn't necessarily supposed to be polished content at all. But yeah, I need to get some filming done with some makeup content because I've got so many ideas, and I just haven't either had the time, had the energy, or I've not been very well in the past couple of weeks, so typical. Anyway, I'm gonna drink my cup of tea, probably just check that no other jobs need doing, and then I'll probably film some YouTube, I guess. There's always jobs that need doing though, aren't there? Happy Sunday, it is paint swatch day. So we've got the, excuse this is actually dustier than I thought, never mind. Patagonia pecan in here. We've got Plowman's pickle, we've got sheepskin rug, and ode to joy. So these are our two like neutral shades and the two striking shades. I'm gonna start painting swatches of these two, and then on our very hideous yellow walls, I mean, maybe it's someone's choice, but it's not mine. And the other half's going to do the lighter colours while I do the darker colours. He's got a different paintbrush. So let's start off with, I think Plowman's pickle. I really do like it, but I think this might be actually the one. I do really like Plowman pickle. It's ever so slightly leaning on the shade of baby poo, but you know, love that. Hello, it is Sunday evening. I'm currently watching Family Guy. Crikey, Sunday has like come and gone so fast. So let me just give you a little recap, and I'll add in some like footage as much as I possibly can. I have been editing, filming, filmed another video today, and I did another Instagram decluttering video as well. I was just like organising a few things. I did the paint swatches and they have dried. I've taken a video for you. I'll just insert it over the top now. So we did 2 brown colours and 2 beigey colours. We like the Plowman pickle, which is like the the top one of the brown swatches. There's like, I've done them both against the beige, but we think both of those lighter colours are a little bit too silvery grey for what we want, so we're going to see if we can try and find a different colour to match it, but we feel like we're closer in the vibe that we want. We also did like a little mood board. We did like a little mood board for what we want in our hallway. So that was fun. We also went to go see my nan for a cup of tea, which was nice. Went to go see her for like an hour and a half. And then what else did I do? Cooked dinner. We did a HelloFresh. We had creamy dill, mushroom, white wine sauce over chicken thigh, cabbage and mash. And I added some carrots with it too. I was going to add broccoli, but we had no broccoli left. Just to add some more veg. So instead of a roast, it was like meat and veg, but like make it a little bit bougier. Really enjoyed it. I didn't take a picture of the actual meal. I should have done. It was really tasty. Definitely would make it. Definitely would have that again. Was a bit disappointed by the size of the chicken thigh, if I'm honest. So like the picture always makes it out look like it's such a big portion, and then when you cook it, sometimes you're like, is that it? There was a lot of mash. The cabbage was lovely. It was a big Savoy cabbage. Yeah, the whole meal was really nice, and I'd definitely have it again. It was really tasty. So if you've got HelloFresh, highly recommend the chicken with the creamy dill mushroom sauce. You don't have to put mushrooms in if you don't like mushrooms. I also added a shallot into the sauce, just because I like to add to HelloFreshes a little bit, and you know, like make things a little bit more how I would do it, you know, like I'd like to fry off an onion into like a white sauce and things like that. Anyway, so that was tasty. I'm now about to eat it's a very late pudding. My Muller corner, I've got, what's it called? Strawberry shortcake. Sounds and looks bloody delicious. I want to do that whilst editing my YouTube videos on the sofa, and then probably go to bed. Well, have a shower and then probably go to bed, because I've been having so many late nights that I could probably do with an early one, to be honest. So I'll have like an everything shower, wash my slick back hair, wash all my makeup off, and try and start the week not feeling tired for once. Maybe, probably not, but maybe. But yeah, I just want to thank you for watching this vlog. I'm going to draw this one to an end. I think it's kind of working that we're doing like 2 weekends into one video. Sometimes I'm like doing a little bit after work as well, and maybe I'll do that like when I'm doing things that are interesting after work, is just like including snippets, but basically just doing like an hour to an hour and a half video every other week. I feel like that's just, it's a fun behind the scenes thing if you're not purely interested in makeup, if you just kind of want to hang out with me. And like I said, I know I've said it so many times, it's so boring, but just talk about other things other than beauty, or talk about things that are like beauty but not in a formal way, you know. I think I'm rambling on. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. I hope you've enjoyed your weekend as well. Let me know, did you do anything nice? Have you got anything nice planned for next week? Or have you got a really chill week at work this week? Let me know what's going on. What is significant in your life? I'd love to know. I was like an epileptic fit on the TV, blimey. Thumbs the video up if you have enjoyed, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring that bell because then you'll be notified of all the videos I upload. I hope you take care, stay safe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!